Hi, my name is John Daniel. We have a condo here in Tiburon and we had a remodel project. It consisted of full remodel of 2 bathrooms. Our first meeting with Danny was during our first face-to-face appointment in fall of 2019. We went over the details of the project. What we were very impressed by was Danny's positive attitude. He's always very cheerful, he's very responsive. And when we had our initial consultations, we had more than one. The first time it was just to go over the main aspects of the project, but then we had a couple of other sessions with Danny. We went into a lot of the details. He came back to us with a lot of great ideas, particularly in terms of picking out some of the materials that we needed to finish the project, because that was left to us to make the decision. So we relied to a large extent on Danny and his recommendation for some of the ideas that he came up with. So we were very appreciative. I would say that both Green Bay and Danny were very, very responsive to our needs. As we went along, we also made some changes to the project, and Danny was very, very responsive to our needs. Our condo is actually our second home, so we don't live here. So one of the things we agreed to with Danny up front was that we would give Danny and his crew full access to the condo. We felt very comfortable. There were no issues with that. So they had a code to get in the condo. They were very, very professional. They isolated the rest of the condo from the bathroom and the work area. They did a great job with keeping the work area clean at the end of every day. And I think the most responsive thing that Danny did was at the end of every day, he used to call me and give me an update. There were some days where he actually FaceTimed me and showed me where the status of the project was. And for us being remote, that was a great relief to know what was going on, and we appreciated Danny keeping us updated that way. One thing we appreciated about Green Bay was the fact that they had a dedicated project manager who oversaw our entire project. We had one point of contact. It was very, very easy for us to have to deal only with Danny, and we didn't have to deal with anyone else in the organization or on his crew. He was very responsive to all our needs, both large and small. So that was really very easy for us to work with Danny. I want to make 3 points. So the first was communication. They were extremely communicative. Danny communicated with us almost on a daily basis during the middle of the project. We were remote in the sense that we don't live in this condo all the time, so we used to visit the condo only on weekends. But during the week, Danny kept us updated, and he FaceTimed us at the end of the day and gave us an update on where the project was and the progress they were making. The second thing I want to comment on is the responsiveness of Danny and the crew. As the project progressed, there were some unexpected things that happened, including some dry rot as well as some plumbing work we had to do. But Danny was extremely, extremely responsive, and he accommodated all our needs. As the project progressed, we were so happy with the crew that we decided to extend the project. In addition to the bathroom remodel work, we asked Green Bay and Danny to paint the entire apartment, and which he did, and accommodated our needs. And the last point I want to make is there were a lot of extras that Danny and the Green Bay crew provided for us, for which we were very grateful. A couple of examples where all the wall switches in the condo were old, and Danny replaced them at no cost to us. And there were similar things like that. There were small things that we had asked for, like painting doors and stuff like that, which were not part of the original contract. But Danny was very gracious and accommodated us. So we're very, very happy with professionalism showed by the team, as well as them being very responsive to the client. My wife and I would 100% recommend Green Bay and Danny for any projects that you might have. As a matter of fact, we've already discussed our next project with Danny. We might be doing a kitchen remodel, as well as I've recommended Danny and Green Bay to a couple of my colleagues who are thinking about some remodeling. So we would recommend Green Bay and Danny to anyone without any hesitation.